You're going to hear a short interview with a client of mine who suffered from anxiety, trauma, and IBS, irritable bowel syndrome. She could not actually leave her home. I mean, she obviously had to because she had kids, but for the most part, she would not go outside of the home. Her circle, her social life, what her comfort level is going outside of the home was shrinking and shrinking because she had the fear of that her stomach is going to act up and she would need to use a bathroom. This is very typical for people with IBS, irritable bowel syndrome, right? And so she had gone to other hypnotists, other therapists, and then based on my reviews, she just reached out to me. And so we tried. I was using a whole different set of protocols, more advanced level protocols. And what was interesting is, and she's not comfortable talking about it, but the results were actually remarkable in the sense that she doesn't feel as anxious when she goes out. She feels more upbeat, right? And now when she goes out, she doesn't feel the threat of having to use the bathroom. Occasionally, the thought or the feeling is there, but it never takes place. And she was starting every day, she would start to go out to the supermarket, to different places that we all have to go to on our normal daily activities of living. Okay? You're going to really enjoy this conversation. This is, by the way, before we go any further, this is because I had a goal and we had to clear out some of the contributing traumas that's behind it, that created this issue. So we did a lot of clearing, and then we needed to start reprogramming the way her mind starts to think. How needs to view that going outside is safe. Okay? All right. Enjoy. Hi, I'm here having an interview here with a client of mine who actually had suffered from some pretty debilitating anxiety that had manifested in her body in certain ways. And, she did suffer some level of trauma growing up. And I promise you, you are going to benefit from hearing her experience. So, I want to ask you this question. Like, why did you reach out to me?
I reached out because I felt like the traditional ways that I was seeking to help my anxiety really were not personalized enough for me.
Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. And can you tell me, like, what were your symptoms? Like, what were you experiencing like?
I definitely had a general feeling of hopelessness and just feeling stuck, like knowing what I had to do to get better, but not really having the tools to get there.
Yeah, understood, understood. And also, and how did that play out in your life? Like, I know that you kind of limited as to where you would leave your home.
I think, yeah, it affected my relationships and my ability to stay close with some friends and just made life less enjoyable by letting the anxiety control my day-to-day life.
And so, since you started working with me, what has changed?
I think it would be my mindset that I have more control than I think. And there's a lot of tools that you've showed me that I know I'm going to use every day. I feel just more prepared to take things on, and definitely feeling very optimistic on what I can do to make my life better.
That's right. That's right. And you notice the shift, right? Like in your day-to-day activities.
Yeah, I think it's noticeable, and then it's just, something that I have to work on every day, but little by little, you notice things getting better and better.
That's right. That's right. Now, you've tried traditional therapy before, and
Mhm.
what's the difference between traditional therapy and the advanced protocols that I employ in my hypnosis program?
I think that it's just a more personalized way of, taking control, and I might have to cut that part. I can't think of anything right now.
That's okay. That's okay. Right. The do you did you the personalized approach, and you found that a little bit more different?
Yeah, I think having like specific tools, specific mantras, and techniques that I could go back to on my own instead of just talking things out, once a week.
And how about those memories that used, like some unfortunate stuff that had happened? When do they affect you now when your mind goes back to like the way it used to be before?
I think I see things more in a positive light now.
That's right. Would you recommend anyone to reach out to me? If so, why?
I definitely would. I think that you genuinely care about what happens and you do a lot of your own research so that you could help me in my specific situation and give me the best tools so I could help myself.
Fantastic. I want to say thank you so much for just spending just a few minutes to chit chat with me here to do this really short interview. And I promise you, just being who you are, just the way you're talking, the energy you're going to emit through just this short interview, just by your voice, is going to save somebody's life. You're going to give them hope. And from the bottom of my heart, I thank you for that.
Oh, thank you.
Are you welcome?